Hello everyone, welcome to my sixth video lecture on infinite series. In this video, we shall consider one more important comparison test known as the comparison test in limit form. So what is the principle of this test? Here, there will be two series of positive terms in our hand. Summation un, that will be the given series of positive terms, and along with that we will choose one more series summation vn as per our requirement. The choice of this series is left to us. So with these two series in hand, so let summation un and summation vn be two series of positive terms, and then what we have to consider, what is the nth term of this series? We have to find out the value of the nth term of the given series, and what is the value of the nth term of the second series, that is vn, we have to determine, and we have to consider their ratio, that is un divided by vn we have to consider, and we have to find the limit of this as n tending towards infinity. If this limit is finite and non-zero, it is finite and non equal to 0. If it is finite and non-zero, then the conclusion is that the series summation un and summation vn behave alike. So meaning is that the nature of these two series is exactly same. If this thing happens, if this series is convergent, so will be the given series. If this series is divergent, the given series will also be divergent. So this is the principle of the comparison tests of type 3, that is in the limit form. So now we shall have some important remarks regarding this comparison test. So this test is preferred when the nth term of the given series involves the terms like n square plus 2, n plus 3, 3n minus 2, square root of n plus square root of n minus 1. So if this type of terms are present in both numerator and denominator of un, nth term of the given series, then the comparison test of type 3 is advantageous to apply. And the second remark is that in this case we need to find, as I have told you, we need to find the second series, that is summation vn, whose nature is known. That is very important. Usually we choose this summation vn either as the geometric series or the p series whose nature is known. So by doing so, we can determine the nature of the given series summation un by applying this comparison test in the limit form. So this is the principle of the comparison test. Now let us solve the examples. Consider the first example. Here we need to find the nature of the series 1 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 plus 3 divided by 2 into 3 into 4 plus 5 divided by 3 into 4 into 5 plus dot dot dot. So the most important job in the beginning is to determine what is the nth term of the given series. So first, the given series is to be considered as summation un. Let summation un be the given series. So we will say the given series to be summation un, where un, that is the nth term of the given series, is as per our observation. We are observing here the numerator of each term you observe, they are the odd numbers. The first term numerator is 1, the numerator of the second term is 3, numerator of the third term is 5, and so on. So the numerator is an odd number, so usually the odd number will be represented as 2n minus 1 if it is starting with 1. So this is the numerator. When we put n equal to 0, we get when we put n equal to 1, we get 2 minus 1, that is 1. So like that, divided by, what I mean to say you, the representation 2n minus 1 is always represents the odd number starting with 1 when n starts with 1. When n starts with 0, we have to take 2n plus 1 for the representation of odd number. But here our n is starting with 1, therefore it is 2n minus 1 we are considering for the numerator, that is 1, 3, 5, like that. Each odd number is represented like this. In the denominator it is very simple, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, like that. So they are the counting numbers. First, for the first term it is n, for the second one is n plus 1, third one is n plus 2. So it is very simple observation, one can very easily do it and write down the nth term of the series by looking at the given series. Now here we can adjust the terms. What is the principle? We have to find the limit of un divided by vn. Whenever we are asked to find the limit of such type of thing, we always move towards taking n outside the bracket. That will be our usual practice. So let us take n common in the numerator, so as to have, when we take n outside, here it is 2 minus 1 by n remaining in the bracket. 2 minus 1 by n in the bracket. So in the denominator also we shall do the same job. N as it is here. Here if we take n outside, 1 plus 1 by n remains. After taking n outside, 1 plus 1 by n remains within the bracket, plus, into. Here in this third bracket also we will take n outside. When we take n outside, 1 plus 2 by n remains. So these are the terms in the denominator. Now we can cancel n with this n. So n into n, it is going to be 1 by n square into the bracket 2 minus 1 by n in the numerator divided by n into n square we wrote outside here. It is 1 plus 1 by n into 1 plus 2 by n here within the denominator of the second term. Now we shall consider this as Vn. So if we take Vn, where Vn stands for 1 by n square. So this 1 by n square is represented as Vn. We will be having the remaining things as they are. 2 minus 1 by n in the numerator, 1 plus 1 by n in the denominator, 1 plus 2 by n in the second term of the denominator. So this is the thing we are having. Now on LHS we are having un. We want to have un divided by vn. So let us take this vn to the denominator. So un divided by vn, that is equal to this bracket only, that is 2 minus 1 by n divided by 1 plus 1 by n, 1 plus 2 by n. Now as per the condition, that is the principle of so-called comparison test type form, that is limit form, we have to take limit of this particular thing, that is un divided by vn as n tending towards infinity. Now on RHS also limit as n tending towards infinity of 2 minus 1 by n divided by 1 plus 1 by n into 1 plus 2 by n. So we have taken limit on both sides. So this is equal to, when we substitute infinity here, it is 1 by infinity is 0, 2 minus 0 divided by, here it is 1 plus 1 by infinity is 0, 1 plus 0. Here it is 1 plus 2 by infinity is again 0, 1 plus 0. So the answer is 2 by 1. So 2 is finite. It is a finite value and not equal to 0. Finite and non-zero value we got for this limit. Therefore, by comparison test, we can conclude. By comparison test, if you want, you can write down limit form of comparison test. Even if we omit, there is no mistake in that. We can ignore this also. We can simply say comparison test. It implies summation un and summation vn behave alike. But summation vn, here what is the nature of the summation vn? Summation vn, summation of 1 by n square is, vn value is 1 by n square. That is summation of 1 by n square is a p series, 1 by n to the power of p. P here is 2. So is a p series with p equal to 2. When p is equal to 2, which is greater than 1, it is convergent. When it is a p series with p greater than 1, it is convergent. It implies summation vn is convergent. Hence, by the so-called comparison test, we wrote summation un and summation vn both are having the same nature. They behave alike. Therefore, when summation vn is convergent, it implies the given series summation un is also convergent. So this completes the solution of the first problem. We shall consider the second problem now. Let us consider the next example on comparison test. So here we need to discuss the nature of the series which has been given in the standard form, that is summation square root of 5 to the power n minus 1 divided by 2 to the power n plus 1. So here it is directly given. Given series is in the direct standard format. Given series is summation un where the nth term un is directly visible. No need of finding it out. It is directly available. 5 to the power n minus 1 divided by 2 to the power n plus 1. So here also we need to do some job. So in the let us simplify this. So this is equal to square root of, in the numerator let us take 5 to the power of n outside. In the bracket here it is 1 remaining, minus here it is 1 by 5 to the power n remaining in the numerator, divided by the same type of thing in the denominator. When we take 2 to the power of n outside, here it is 1 remaining for this term, plus in this case 1 by 2 to the power of n remaining. So this is the simplified form. Now we shall take this 5 to the power of n, 2 to the power of n, and along with it the square root as a separate term. So we are considering 5 by 2 whole to the power n. So what we have considered, 5 by 2 whole to the power of n we have considered for this particular portion. The remaining portion is as it is square root of 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n. Now again we have to simplify this as per our requirement. So it is going to be, root is always taken as so root of 5 by 2 can be written as root of 2.5. It is root of 2.5. 5 by 2 is 2.5. 5 divided by 2 is half of 2 and a half, that is 2.5. to the power n can be written as whole to the power n here. Whole to the power n we can write. So square root of 5 by 2 to the power n has been written as root of 2.5 whole to the power n. The remaining thing as it is, that is square root of 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n as it is. Now this we have to take it as Vn. As per our previous experience, we have to take this as Vn. The remaining thing is square root of 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n as it is. Now and on LHS we are having un. So this implies when we take this quantity to the left hand side, it comes to the denominator. Un divided by Vn is equal to, so the remaining thing will be square root of 1 plus 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n. Now as per our comparison test, we have to take the limit of this as n tending towards infinity. Therefore limit as n tending towards infinity of un divided by Vn if we take on LHS, and on RHS also limit as n tending towards infinity of square root of 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n. Now we are observing here square root of, when we substitute n equal to infinity here, 5 to the power of infinity is infinity, 1 by infinity is 0. So it is 1 minus 0 in the numerator divided by 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power of infinity is infinity, 1 by infinity is again 0. So it is 1 plus 0. So it is root of 1 by 1 is 1. So 1 is non-zero and finite value. It is a finite and non-zero quantity. Therefore by comparison test it implies summation un and summation vn behave alike. We can conclude like this, that is the nature of the two series summation un and summation vn is same, and we know that summation vn is a known series to us, since summation vn is nothing but summation of 2.5 that is square root of 2.5 to the power n is a geometric series. It is a geometric series with r equal to, is a geometric series with r equal to square root of 2.5. Square root of 2.5 is always greater than 1. Square root of 2.5 is always greater than 1. Therefore a geometric series r to the power n with r greater than 1 is always divergent. This implies summation vn is divergent. Hence the given series summation un is also divergent as per the comparison test. So this completes the solution.